Hello, so good day everyone. So we are already done with the lesson 2 and now we will move on to the lesson 3, which is choosing of instructional media, principles and factors to be noted. But first of all, before anything else, I just wanted to clarify that we will move our activity or quiz game on the last part because it is just already a video report due to a fast approaching midterm exam. So let's start. So from the lesson title itself, choosing instructional media, principles and factors to be noted. So my question is, what is the best instructional media and principles for you to become more effective? Or what could really be our topic all about? To further understand my question, you will know later on after the discussion. But now, let's start objectives. First, identify the factors that should be considered in selecting instructional media. 2. Explain each key factor in selecting instructional media. And last, recognize the value of making the right and the best choices as far as instructional media selection is concerned. So let's start with our discussion. So, instructional media, making the best choice. Selecting instructional media involves choosing the most appropriate medium. Medium may refer to the physical means by which the instructional message is conveyed, such as television, gadgets, print materials, teachers, or computer. The selection of media, however, is done after needs and contextual analysis has been conducted, etc. What instructional strategies have to address and what these instructional strategies demand. It is also important to note that there is no single best medium that ever existed. Some instructional media are more effective than others in efficiently delivering the condition that aid learning for specific kinds of outcomes on individual learners. So, bale, in teaching, we really need to choose the best or the right medium, diba? So, based on what I've read, so what does it really mean by it? And why we really need to choose the right and correct medium when it comes to teaching. Okay, so when we talk about medium in teaching, it is all about or talks about TV, gadgets, and any other materials, printed man o dili, teachers o laptop, diba? Pero we should be put in mind na walay isa sa mga mediums o nag-exist na mas the best gamiton kay kita tanan na ay different level of understanding, di ba? Pag contextualize o analyze nato, mauna nang ginaingon nga ay dili siya dali ka-catch up ani nga medium or hina siya ani pagkandak. So ma-adjust nato or laing effective nga medium atong magamit para mas effective ug mas makasabot ang maka-learn pa ang estudyante sa atong teaching, di ba? So, factors in selecting instructional media. So, factors in selecting instructional media. So, base ni siya kay Smith and Dragan, 1999. So, silang nag-underscore ani. So, first, we have learning task and condition. So, what are the things that we need to do in number 1? First is, what do the students need to accomplish using the instructional media? So, based on the letter A, unsa ang mga instructional media nga kinahanglan nato i-accomplish as a student. Letter B, what are the instructional conditions that facilitate learning? So, dapat makabalo ta og unsa ang mga conditions nga dapat nato i-facilitate sa atong learning. So, letter C, what are the learning objectives and the type of learning activities? So, first, no, di ba, nag-start ko ganina nag-introduce ko sa objectives. So, sa learning, kinahanglan dyan na, sa discussion, kinahanglan dyan na to, first, may balan og unsang objectives sa atong discussion or sa atong lesson. Ug unsa ni siya type nga learning activities para makabalota daan. Number 2, learners. So, first, what are the characters of learners? Their individual needs and capability. So, sa learners, kinahanglan na tumhibalan og unsang kada iyang characteristics o sa kastudyante ug unsa ilang mga panghanglanon as estudyante ug unsa ang kaya sa estudyante. Letter B, Are your learners motivated and inspired to learn? So, pagkakita pala nato sa estudyante, maingon dyan na to. Kanang estudyante, kanang estudyante ha, motivated ni siya, inspired ni siya muskwila. Kani, wala, murag walay pangandoy ning bata, di ba? As a learners, makita gini mo na sa ilaha, di ba? Sa ilahang mga performance. Number 3, context. So first, letter A, how may the learning milieu or environment where the learners are expected to demonstrate successful completion of this task be described? B, what other factors contribute to the learning? So, one of the factors na makakontribute sa learning is ang environment sa estudyante, di ba? So, ibutang na to, di ba? Pag sa usa ka environment, sa usa ka estudyante or sa usa ka room, panalitan saba kay mga estudyante din na nag-discuss or na nag-study sa usa ka room. Kung ikaw estudyante, maka-learn ba ka, makasabot ba ka sa mga studyhan o imong gipaminaw, di ba dili? Ana na siya. Number 4, media attributes. Letter A, what are the attributes of instructional media? So, meaning, unsay mga attributes sa instructional media sa ato. Diba makatabang jud kaayo siya kay when it comes to mga needs nato sa instructional media, like for example projector, diba need kay nato para maka-show up ta og discussion sa estudyante. Letter B, what can each potential medium do with regard to the aforementioned factors? So simply, medium is clearly used with the aforementioned factors. So, nag-contextualize siya po, no? Then, nag-attribute siya sa tuwa. Nag-kuan siya, nag-contribute siya of learning, task, and condition. So, these are added to the above factors. So, first, we have cost and viability. How expensive of affordable the media would be. So, cost and viability, no? So, klaro na kaayo siya nga. It talks about kung unsa ka expensive or affordable ang usa ka media ug kana atong gamiton, di ba? B, are they readily available in the school or immediate community or environment? C, does it reach a wider audience? Last, do technology infrastructures exist? Butaw na to sa atong hunahuna nga ug unsa ka wide ang range aning factors para ug maka-reach ba ni siya og mas wider ba nga kuan audience. Number 2, accessibility. Letter A, are the instructional media available? So for example, lobat ang laptop. So, pat kinahanglan nimo og laptop kay naka-connect na sa projector. So, maingon ba nimo available ang usa ka instructional media nga laptop? Di ba dili? So letter B, are they user friendly or dili? Letter C, are they convenient to use? So, kung ikaw nga mag-teach ka sa inyong estudyante or mogamit kag usa ka instructional media, so mogamit yung ka atong instructional media nga convenient to use nimo, kanang convenient sa imo nga gamiton. Dili kay pura kag katungkuan panangitan mogamit kag usa ka instructional media nya, di ka kabalo matalang ka, di ba? So mawala ka sa imong teaching. So, number 3, social political appropriateness. Letter A, do they coincide with social political agenda of governing bodies and institutions? B, are they socially and politically acceptable? So, ani, kinahanglan natong mahibalaan og kanang atong gigamit ng instructional media, acceptable ba na siya socially or politically sa usa ka institution. Dili ta magpataka-taka o gamit og walay unsa na ay kanang butang na to, walay go signal sa ato ang sa isa ka kuan institution. Cultural friendliness, number 4. A, are they culturally appropriate? B, are they culturally specific and acceptable? So, sa cultural friendliness, no, nagbanggit na ko kanina na about sa friendly user, no? Friendly user. So, dapat kung mag-use to sa instructional media, dili siya naka-belittle or naka-below sa usa ka culture sa lain. Dapat acceptable siya sa tanan, specific, di ba? Acceptable sa tanan. Number 5, openness and flexibility. So, letter A, is the medium flexible? B. Does it nurture collaboration? Letter C. Does it nurture diverse ways of teaching? So, when we choose the best instructional media sa atong pagtudlo, kinahanglan mahibalan nato kung kaning nga medium flexible ba ni siya, naga-nurture ba ni siya og collaboration sa teaching or sa learning sa estudyante. Gina-nurture ba niya ang diverse capability or learning sa usa ka estudyante? Kinahanglan nato ng may sayrandaan. Number 6, interactively. So, letter A, is the medium flexible? So, same as sa ganina sa openness and flexibility. Letter B, does it promote learner and learner instructor collaboration? Letter C, does it facilitate timely and quality feedback from the instructors? So, sa interactively, nagapromote ni siya og learner and learner instructor collaboration. So, for example, nag-collaborate ta sa tuong kapwa estudyante, then nag-collaborate po ta sa instructor kay lahi na diba karon kay 21st century na. So, nag-facilitate po ta og time o quality feedback gikan sa instructors, diba? So, kay karon student-based learning naman ta. So, ang mga instructor, muna na sila ang nag-guide na lang nato og nagatudlo sa tuwag unsay angay. So, naga-facilitate yun sa ilahang feedback as an instructor. 7. Motivational value. A. Is the medium appealing and stimulating? B. Does it cheer learners to study harder and longer? So, motivational value. So, dili man ta pagpataka-taka, mo na ganyan giningon nga. We need to choose the best instructional media to be more effective in teaching. So, dili kay mag-choose lang tag instructional media din nang litan wa ganahi ang estudyante ato. So, maganahan pa ba na silang maminaw or magkuan sa imuhang discussion, di ba dili? So, kinahanglan mas katong kanang mas appealing ang stimulating siya para mas mag-study harder o longer ang usa ka estudyante. Number 8, effectiveness. Letter A, is the medium effective? Or does it help student learn content faster? So, if kung effective ang imong gigamit nga usa ka medium, di ba? Mas makatuon ang estudyante og dali ug mas makakuha siya og daghang knowledge sa iyang una-una, di ba? Number 8, effectiveness. Is the medium effective? Does it help students learn content faster? So, when we talk about effectiveness sa usa ka medium, makita nato di ba og effective ba ang usa ka medium nga atong nagamit og dali ba naka-learn ang estudyante sa atong gigamit nga medium ug daghan mas nakuha ang knowledge sa atong gi-discuss. The following is Brook 2013. Muni ang niyang mga gi-propose para ma-consider or we consider in evaluating web-based educational technology tools. So, first is the accessibility. So, in accessibility, can all student access the tool or content? So, dapat, when we talk about accessibility, so dapat tanan estudyante maka-access ani nga tool. Number 2, learning curve. Kana nga tool kinahanglan easy to use ra gid siya kay ug lisod gani na siya, mas maglisod pa ang estudyante, dili siya dali maka-cope up ang estudyante ug lisod ang imuhang learning curve. So ang resources aning help aning ato ang learnings or teachings built in jud siya kay ug dili gani built in ang resources sa imuhang tabang sa usa ka learning, wala ra jud padulungan, di ba? Number 3, cost. So, as you can see, natay mga medium gigamit, naiuban nga tool or site or apps nga, kinahanglan pang i-premium, di ba? So, ubang mga version gani sa ubang tools, kinahanglan dyan nato siya nga i-free or i-buy pa, or i-premium ang version niya para ma-achieve dyan nato ang atong gusto nga. Usa ka pananitan sa WPS na medyo premium ana. So, para mas ma-avail nimo to tanan, i-premium. Number 4, authentication. kada magamit tag usa ka tool no sa ka medium. So naaman jud siya tanan man jud na authentication no. Kinahanglan nato mag-create og account. In authenticating no, kinahanglan nato gamiton nato ang email account or i-connect nato sa tong Facebook para makahimo og account no. Pero naapoy uban nga tool kay pwede lang natong i-customize ang atong authentication or atong account himo-himo lang, di ba? Number 5, sharing options. O kung makita nato no sa sharing option no. Og mag-share ta panangitan sa Facebook. Buta na to. Og sa Facebook, di ba? Naaman jud diha sa Facebook ang panangitan nag-post ka. Pwede nimo ma-choose ang imong audience og only me, public ba siya or sa friends of friends lang, di ba? O pananglitan pod og imong if you're an instructor, nag-send siya ng link ng isang activity or file. Tapos yung inauthorize lang niya ang pwedeng maka-open, di ba? As you can see, some of those files or link na pinasa sa Google Classroom or sa Chrome. Number 6, and product. Siyempre, naa siya method of hosting them, di ba? Na-istorya na gaya nako a while ago, na sila'y ang nag-send sa file na siya authorization para mag-authorize kinsay mo open. Number 7. For example, no, klaro kayo sa for example, sa Google Classroom. So, what rights do you have to the work you share through the site? So, ikaw ang teacher, himo og permission to post or nag-authorize or nagahatag og rights ato nga site or usa ka classroom. Ikaw ang naga-work ato, ikaw ang ikaw ang power ato nga site. In creating an account pod sa usa ka site or usa ka tool, no, makita na to nga og unsa ang ilang ginaas dito nga ang atong i-provide nga information, maora po to atong i-provide nga information. Sa privacy pod, naiuban nga mas strict sa privacy din na sila policy. Number 8, privacy. So some of the sites no, naman nag-requirement jud og cookies ang uban. Though there are some also nga site or application nga nag-integrate og third party or dili siya safe, di ba? Naiuban nga dili siya safe gamiton din. Makasulod pag virus din usahay makawatan kag mga information, di ba? So naiuban nga strict siya pag-abot sa privacy application.
Good day everyone, I am Chilio Porto, the assigned reporter for efficacy of using technology. Before anything else, let me define to you the word efficacy. Efficacy has the power to produce a desired result or effect. So that means that what would be the result of using technology in a classroom setting? According to the study of Chickering and Erdmann, 1996, technology serves as a vital channel in exchanging the ideas between teachers and a student, which I strongly agree, because during pandemic, we experienced online classes where teachers created a link for us to join the meeting. So in that way, this is what we call channel in our learning. Another is it motivates cooperation among stakeholders. It is for creating and making arts through PowerPoint presentation, which can attract the learners' attention and can motivate them to participate. So aside from the student can accomplish a purposeful education, they also learning and experiencing these instructional media. So with regards to a teacher's encouragement to students, according to Chickering, that through technology, teacher can provide the student early, timely, and responsive remarks for ingenious or creative taskwork. So in Chickering and Erdmann study, they have conducted 7 principles in choosing instructional media. First is interaction between the student and the teacher, a tutor or expert. So this principle is significant since most students have been used to study in a cooperative environment. This interactivity is done by assigning more tasks to the student with the teachers monitoring them through the web services or internet-based communication. Such communication creates a sense of belonging in the student, which technology use as the tool to improve their knowledge on instructional media. So, for example, no, naghatag ang teacher og mga activity through online platforms like Miss Teams, Google Classroom, or through Google Meet. So, the next principle is student-to-student interaction. It is an essential way to establish online relationship where students can perform better. Teachers can accomplish this by assigning group topics, using board messages, and creating links. Sa student-to-student, ma-accomplish niya siya if ang teacher magahatag siya og group activity, group reporting, or group presentation. In that way, mag-communicate ang student to student while they are gaining knowledge from each other. So the third is activity learning. This learning approach is also called trial and error or learning by doing. So this approach can build upon the student knowledge and skill, and they learn how to explore them, how to explore by themselves or by learning together. It aims to build the knowledge and skill by doing. So sa active learning, for example is na report, and of course before ka mag-report dapat naka-advance na kag-study sa imong report. Then if ever nga mangutana imong classmate or nakaipangutana, makatubag sila sa imong question kay nakasabot sila sa imong topic and napasabot nimo og sakto ang imong topic to them. Number 4, reach rapid feedback. So this principle involves giving comment or remarks where a teacher could be reached in case the student needs a boost. In this case, a student feels secure as he knows the teacher could come to his assistance. With the teacher availability on hand, the student feel he could work on his task. Teacher also trying to inform student to what assessment tool that will be used to measure their progress imparting knowledge to their classmate. So, for example, no, sa katong nahitabo sa to ang atong cellphone dili kakaya og PowerPoint nga app. So, nag-asta og tabang sa atong teacher nga kung pwede siya lang maka-share screen or siya lang ang maka-present sa screen sa imong report kay dili kaya sa imong cellphone. So ma-feel sa student nga secure siya sa iyang reporting, sa iyang grado kay natagaan man siya way ni sir nga maka-report gihapon biskan og dili ma-open iyang PowerPoint o dili ka kaya sa iyang cellphone. So number 5 principle is time on task. It tells that many students would like to enroll in online education as they are benefited work or career-wise. Many students succeed on this learning environment. So the existing options are prepared by students with other responsibility as they do not need to follow definite schedule. For example, no, kay sa kuha, kay mama naman ko. So, mas prefer na ko ang online kay makaskwela ko while nag-atiman ko sa akong anak or nakapadayon ko sa akong pag-eskwela while nara ko sa balay and nakapadayon ko sa akong pag-eskwela while nakapadayon po ko sa akong responsibility as a mama sa akong anak. So, mas prefer na ko siyang online platform. Though, lahi jud siya ang imong pagka-learn sa face-to-face. Kaya sa online, pwede ka manghugas while naminaw sa reporting and pwede ka magpakaon sa imong anak while nag-discuss ang teacher as long as naminaw ka and ang imong focus is sa mga gipang impart nga knowledge sa imong teacher. So, the sixth principle is high expectation of the student's ability to learn, because instruction in online education generate a lot of innovation lesson that student can readily avail of. So the product that are conceptualized and posted on the website bond confidence and pride among the student. So taas kay expectation ng teacher sa mga online student kay kanang more siya mag self-study siya, and daghan kay mga infos nga makuha lang sa different website nga naka PowerPoint na siya, na explanation, na ay tutorial. So mas taas og expectation ang mga teachers through online platform, which is gadepende ra gyud siya sa kaya ra pud sa students. So dili man tanan no nga makaya ang visual learning, ang uban kailangan nila og kanang so mataas ang expectations sa teacher sa online learning kay daghan kay available nga concept, mga knowledge through internet, and daghan kay naka slide, naka PowerPoint na siya, naa siya tutorial. So daghan kay information nga makuha sa internet, pero nagdepende ra gyud siya sa student kung unsa ang mas better niya nga mag-learn siya, through visual ba, through audio, or mas maka-learn siya kung maka-interact siya with others. So the last principle is the respect for different talents and ways of learning. So diversity is always present among learners, but in online education, teachers have the capacity to conceptualize and produce a virtual lessons and materials to meet the varying needs of the student. Bisag naatay lain-lain way nga maka-learn, paningkamutan yun na sa teacher nga ma-meet yun to nga maka-learn yung student by doing a creative PowerPoint, or na siya mga pa-pre-test, pre-activity before niya in-start ang iyang lesson, kay para mas ma-inganyo yung mga student nga mo participate and maminaw sa iyahang lesson. On other hand, Balado in 2012 believed that the principle of appropriateness, principle of authenticity, principle of use, principle of interest, and principle of organization and balance are the right or accurate in choosing an instructional medium. So in principle of appropriateness, instructional materials should clearly state the aims of the lesson and applicable to the grade level, where vocabulary, concept, and method to be used are suitable to the class level. So, for example, if ang imong gitudluan is grade 7, which is ang mga ilahang topic is all about integer. So, kung unsa na ilang levels ilang grade, mao pud dapat ang imuhang capacity or level sa imuhang lesson. Kay lisod kaayo kung mag-calculus ka sa grade 7 pa lang. So maglisod sila og cope up. So dapat naka-appropriate siya, or dapat tumpang siya sa ilang grade level, sa ilang knowledge o sa ilang kakayahan as a student. Number 2 is principle of authenticity. The instructional material should be factual and well-defined, timely, and reliable. Dapat siya no kanang fact or tinuod. Then naka-study pug ka og tarong or master nimo ang imong topic, and napapanahon sad ang imong mga example, ang imong mga something nga imong i-relate sa imong topic. So dapat siya reliable. Third is principle of use.
There should be alternative instructional materials that could be used in case the one that are first created fail or be lost or corrupted on the screen or website. So kadalasan no mao ni mahitabo sa to a while in time na ta sa atong reporting nakurap hinon ang atong PowerPoint. So dili na to mapa-view. In kaso mahitabo ni dapat na kay screenshot or original file ato nga imong reports kay para bisan pag nawala or corrupted to nga file nga imong gibuhat nga bag-o, at least makaproceed ka sa imuhang discussion through the original file. Principle is principle of interest. Instructional material should be designed in such a way that could spur the enthusiasm of the learners to go on with their task. Ang example nino is kanang magbuhat ang teacher og pre-test, pre-activity, or something nga makapamotivate sa ilaha before ka mag-start sa imong klase. Kay for example, diretso lang ka sa imong objective, murag kung sa udto pa, so kung sa udto imong time, katulgon pa imong mga student. So kailangan jud nimo sila i-warm up para ma-ready sila nga maminaw og reactivate ang ilahang mga cells nga katulugon. So the last is the principle of organization and balance. The instructional materials and their content should be aligned with the curriculum. The objective should be based on the SMART acronym, which means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bounded. And the topic should be arranged in sequential manner. So, dapat ang imong topic nagsugod jud ka sa pormero, which is ang mag-define sa imong objectives or maghatag kadaan og activity usa ka sa imong objectives. Kay makuratan po na imong mga student kung magpa-quiz ra ka diretso, kung wala sila kabalo sa imong topic or wala sila kabalo kung unsa dapat na imong i-introduce. So, sa last part or sa last principle, naka-state diri no nga topic should be arranged in sequential manner. So, pasunod. Mura na po na siya sa pagbuhat og lesson plan. Na dapat nag-start ka og prayer, nag-start ka sa objective, sa pre-test, usa ka mag-introduce sa imuhang topic nga bag-o. Dayon, during sa topic, dapat mag-question ka sa mga student nga kanang maka-cultivate sa ilahang imagination and their ingenuity, kanang mangayo kag opinion ba. Bale, for example, mingon ka og what is integer? So, murag i-question nimo sila paagi para sila mangitag pa maagi or i-try nila ilang best para mo answer sa imong question. So, these principles are inherited useful in selecting the instructional media that complement learning. This kind of media have flourished and had been used among diverse learners. They have literally education sphere due to their impact and educative process. They have only made use the teaching learning process but have become remarkable accessible in the different domains in education. However, must be undertaken in the selection of these materials. Inappropriate in the selection of usage will result in failure to meet the goals of the class. Unsa jud na siya ka-importante sa learning sa students. Principles or factors have made not only for easy teaching learning process but to become a remarkably accessible in different domains in education. If dili sakto ang imong selection or usage sa imuhang instructional materials, ang resulta kay failure. Failure to meet the goals of the class or the school. So wala nimo na disseminate tarong ang imuhang topic due to lackness of wala ka nagfollow sa principles. Wala nimo sila nakuha tanan. na if all the principles are used, it ensures using the appropriate instructional media for teacher to leverage efficient multi-learning and multitasking of the student. So, wala siya nakafocus sa usa lang ka learning sa student. Kay lahi-lahi kasi og learning or lahi mo kuha og knowledge or mo kuha og infos ang mga estudyante na uban nga through visual. Pag nakita nila ang imong gipang istorya, dali nila makatch up ang inyong lesson. Ang uban sab kay maminaw, through paminaw. So biskan dili nila lang taon tong imong gi-flash sa screen, basta mapaminawan kanila, maka-learn gihapon sila. So dili pare-pareha ang student og learn og paunsa nila ikwaon ang learning gikan sa teacher or paunsa sila mag-learn as a student. So mao na ka importante ang principle in choosing instructional media. So that would be all. Thank you.